Dubai after 2 successful seasons, Soy Georgina I Am Georgina is set to return to Netflix with a 3rd season on September 18th that highlights star Georgina Rodriguez's life in Saudi Arabia, according to a trailer dropped by the streaming giant today. The new season will give a peek inside power couple Georgina Rodriguez and Cristiano Ronaldo's luxurious new life in Saudi Arabia, a move that took place in December 2022 when the Portuguese football legend signed with Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr. The trailer begins with shots of Rodriguez in Al Ula, Saudi Arabia's historic UNESCO heritage site, as she poses in front of the Instagram-famous mirrored Moriah Concert Hall. There is a strong focus on her long-term partnership with Ronaldo, as she's seen supporting from the stands at various football matches. The trailer also briefly spotlights Rodriguez and her family, including the couple's children and her stepson Cristiano Jr., at the St. Regis Red Sea Resort in Saudi Arabia. Light-hearted moments show the family spending time at the dinner table at their Saudi home, laughing and making conversation. The trailer also prominently features Rodriguez at Paris Fashion Week, waiting nervously backstage as she gets ready to walk the runway for Swiss fashion label Vetements. Cristiano Ronaldo made a scathing attack on Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag over the club's recent underwhelming performances. The Portuguese attacker left Manchester United on poor terms after having differences with Ten Hag during his final days at the club. Ronaldo rejoined United in 2021 and got a warm reception from the fans with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge at the club, but soon he was sacked, and things started changing for the 5-time Ballon d'Or. He had disagreements with interim manager Ralf Rangnick during his time at the club, and things got worse for him after Ten Hag's arrival. Gear up to prepare for a future brand manager role with Micah's brand management and communication course. In 2022, Ronaldo gave an interview to Piers Morgan where he criticized Manchester United and Ten Hag, following which the club parted ways with the Portuguese skipper. 2 years after leaving United, Ronaldo has once again fired shots at Ten Hag's mindset and approach, and said a Manchester United coach should not have a mentality that the team can't fight for the league and UCL title. They need to rebuild everything, in my opinion. The coach, they say they cannot compete to win the league and Champions League. Manchester United coach, you cannot say that you're not going to fight to win the league or Champions League. You have to mentally say, listen, maybe we don't have that potential, but I cannot say that. We're going to try. You have to try, Ronaldo told Rio Ferdinand in a podcast. The Red Devils are going through a tough phase as they failed to qualify for the Champions League, and also started the Premier League this season with 2 losses in 3 matches. The club has spent big money in the last few transfer windows, but have failed to produce results on the field. The Al Nassr striker further suggested that Ten Hag should take assistance from Ruud van Nistelrooy, who recently joined United's coaching staff. If Ten Hag listens to Ruud, maybe he can help himself. I think it can help a lot because he knows the club, and the club should listen to the guys who were there. Rio or Roy Keane or Paul Scholes or Gary Neville, whatever, Sir Alex Ferguson. You cannot rebuild a club without knowledge. Not guys who work in office. They understand, he added. The 39-year-old superstar asserted that it's important to have old players who have knowledge about the club to be part of the United, so that they can redeem themselves. The people who understand the football, it was 99%, is the people who were there in the dressing room. They know how to deal with the players. It's the people who understand these things. So I believe that Ruud is going to help because he was inside the club. He knows the club. He knows the fans. If the coach listens to him, I think they can improve a little bit the club, he said. Cristiano Ronaldo remains hopeful that Kylian Mbappé will be able to carry forward his legacy at Real Madrid and win the Ballon d'Or in the next few years. Mbappé has recognized Ronaldo as his idol on several occasions. When the French striker was unveiled as a Real Madrid player, the scenes at the Santiago Bernabeu reminded many fans of Ronaldo's arrival at the club. Mbappé even tried to imitate the Portuguese legend's iconic gesture during his presentation, and it received a huge road from the crowd. Now, his idol Ronaldo believes that Mbappé will be able to achieve much success in the white jersey. The Al Nassr captain made the revelation during a recent podcast session on his YouTube channel. Speaking with Rio Ferdinand, Ronaldo predicted that Mbappé would be a top contender for the Ballon d'Or. He also mentioned another Real Madrid star, Jude Bellingham, Barcelona wonderkid Lamine Yamal, and Manchester City's Erling Haaland. According to Ronaldo, These players have the quality to dominate the list of Ballon d'Or nominees in the next few years. Interestingly, all four of them are running for the coveted award this term. I think Mbappe will do well at Real Madrid and can be the next Golden Ball Ballon d'Or winner. Him, Haaland, Bellingham, Lamine. I think this new generation has a lot of potential, Ronaldo said. The winner of this year's Ballon d'Or is slated to be announced on October 28th. Neither Cristiano Ronaldo nor Lionel Messi has found a place on the nominees list for the first time in over 2 decades. The legendary duo had mostly dominated the title race since 2023. Messi has won 8 Ballon d'Or during his illustrious career, while Ronaldo has claimed the title 5 times. Meanwhile, Kylian Mbappe has already showcased his goal-scoring prowess for Real Madrid. He was unable to find the net in the first 3 La Liga fixtures. He scripted a roaring comeback with a brace against Real Betis ahead of the international break. Mbappe will be back in action when Real Madrid take on Real Sociedad in an away fixture on September 15th. Cristiano Ronaldo has reignited his war of words with Erik ten Hag by telling the Manchester United manager he sent out the wrong message when he said the club were a long way from being able to win the Premier League and Champions League. The 5-time World Player of the Year also says Ruud van Nistelrooy would improve United if Ten Hag is prepared to listen to his new assistant manager, but insists the club needs rebuilding from the bottom if it is to recapture former glories. Ronaldo claimed he had no respect for Ten Hag during a bombshell interview in November 2022 that ultimately led to his Old Trafford exit after a stormy second spell at the club. The Portuguese superstar said he felt betrayed. The former United striker has launched a fresh assault on Ten Hag, insisting the Dutchman erred when he said the club were really a long way away from winning the title or Champions League during an interview with Dutch channel AD Sportweld in July. The coach they say they cannot compete to win the league and Champions League, Ronaldo said. Manchester United coach, you cannot say that you're not going to fight to win the league or Champions League. You have to mentally say, listen, maybe we don't have that potential, but I cannot say that. We're going to try. You have to try. United exercised an option to extend Ten Hag's contract 12 months to June 2026 this summer, despite initially holding talks with half a dozen managers as they considered replacing the Dutchman. The manager's future has been thrust into the spotlight after United lost 2 of their opening 3 games, including a 3-0 thumping by bitter rivals Liverpool at Old Trafford. Ten Hag's fellow Dutchman Van Nistelrooy and Rene Haak have been recruited as assistants by the United hierarchy because they felt the manager's backroom team needed a shake-up. Ronaldo believes his former United teammate, Van Nistelrooy, can help improve the team's outlook, provided Ten Hag takes his advice on board. That the club should seek the assistance of more former players, he added. Asked whether Van Nistelrooy would make a difference, Ronaldo, who plays for Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr, said if Ten Hag listens to Ruud, maybe he can. I think it can help a lot because he knows the club and the club should listen the guys who were there. Roy Keane or Paul Scholes or Gary Neville, whatever, Sir Alex Ferguson. You cannot rebuild a club without knowledge. Not guys who work in the office. I understand a lot of football because I see football in the television every day. No, this is not, it doesn't work like that. The people who understand the football 99% is the people who were there in the dressing room, who were players, who were the most successful coaches in the world. Pep Guardiola, Ferguson, they were a player before they were in dressing the room. They understand. They know how to deal with the players. It's the people who understand these things. So I believe that Ruud is going to help because he was inside the club. He knows the club. He knows the fans. If the coach listens to him, I think they can improve a little bit the club.